So my wife's watch broke the other day. I haven't told her yet. It's just not been the right time. Forgot to push the button.
Wait, your watch was off. So.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of the AFoOL podcast. This is number 117. We are madly, fastly approaching 150. Another special anniversary. So, I'm Earl Mardi Man 23. Over there is Joey. We're in his basement. That's BrickTrains, and down below is Jabo. He's still in his office. I guess we'll call it an office.
It's Milo's room.
I was gonna say, you're moving a grandkid in, and we're cleaning one out. So you're making a studio or whatever.
Oh, really?
We're thinking about it. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we're working on it. So, how's everybody doing? Everybody survived the snow?
We're supposed to get some the day this airs.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to get more snow Friday.
I don't think we're going to see anything close to it, which is good because people who don't have snow, when it snows for us, it's like, oh my God, hunker down for 2 days.
So we're 2 days. The time we're filming this is 2 days before the snow's coming. My wife went today to get food for our grandson. And it was already like, she said it's like an apocalypse. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like the store's already wiped out of stuff.
Yeah.
Ours was, we had Blair come through and we got it all, everything they promised. About 6 inches of snow. I had an inch of ice, 2 different layers. So I had like a half inch, then like 3 or 4 inches of snow and another half inch of snow. Because I just left the one car parked. I never went and dug it out. So I'm driving because I had to go to work. I'm an essential worker. I have to go, like whatever.
You better make some essential plastic.
I know. It's like at least with COVID, we could they're using it in face shields for hospitals. I don't know what we're using it for in the snow.
So you're using it to make toilet paper rolls for the toilet paper to sit on in the bathrooms.
I guess. I don't know.
So my dilemma is if the snow is supposed to start in the morning, if I go to work, I'm worried about getting back
stuck
home.
At work.
Right.
Yeah. But if I go to work and it's snowing, they're not going to send us out. And if I don't go, nobody will be there to know that I didn't go. It's like, I said, yeah, I came in. But you told us not to go out, so I didn't go out anyway.
Wow. So this is how important we are making plastic. They ordered like 20 pounds of ham, cheese, bread, drinks.
Yeah.
And that was just for our little building. And the funny part was I think 3 whole complete shifts just called in. So there was a whole day that nobody showed up except me and a couple other shift leads. We trucked in there and looked at the phone and said, hey, nobody's coming in. Bye. Going back home.
Yeah.
The hazards of living 7 minutes away from work. I could walk if I had to.
Yeah.
They come get me with a gator. Oh well. I guess we should talk about Lego.
Yeah, we're 4 minutes in. We're getting ahead of the breaking news, guys.
Oh yeah. By the time this airs, I'll have watched the last breaking news episode, but I have not watched it currently, so I may be out of the loop.
That's our homework, man.
I know.
Like homework.
I know. So I guess the big news coming out of that was somebody got a firehouse.
Yes, I did. Yes. So Jason contacted me, and you hear the full story, which I didn't know who the guy was. It was just a friend of his. Turns out he was in his lug group.
Oh, okay.
And he just mentioned it to him, asked him and he said he knew a guy, and so we went back and forth a couple of times, and works out pretty good because it came with the Ecto 1, which I already had. So I listed it on eBay, and it, you know, if I don't get another bid, it's going to sell for $80. So I'm going to recoup some of my money.
Yeah, there you go. Huh.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So it paid off not having it.
Yeah. So Jason did. I mean, Jason, he was going to ship it together, but it would have been way too expensive.
Right.
So so he took it apart, and he took it apart with the instructions to where he backed down by bags, or I don't know if it'd be bags, but by steps. So like he took apart until he got to like 11, and then he would take apart till he got to 10, and then he would take.
Wow.
In some ways, that's probably harder than
building for sure.
So it ended up being, it was, basically like maybe 2 bags per floor, and it went together really. It seemed like to me it went together a lot quicker because of the way he took it apart than probably doing a brand new set.
Did he go all the way to pieces or just to chunks? Or
he went all the way to pieces until except for the very base plate. And he did send me a picture. He had two pieces broke with the
were they dark red?
Yeah, but he actually, I told him just send me a picture of it or whatever, and he said don't worry, I had them. So he replaced them because he had extras himself. So.
Wow.
Did you figure out where the 2x2 plate went?
No, he said he said he didn't throw it extra. So
did it go to the Ecto 1?
No, because he had that boxed up separate.
Okay.
I mean, it could go in there somewhere, and I just missed it and didn't realize it till I was done. But just don't go walking around in there; you might fall through the floor.
Shoot. Okay, well,
congratulations.
Yeah. I mean, I can now open and build.
Well, Joey, you might want to, because what you should do is you should buy a used one, because I just single-handedly dropped the price on the used ones, because now the price is going to come down since I have it.
Right.
So buy a used one. Buy a used one so you'll have it, and then you can sell your sealed one and make your money back.
That is a true statement. Yeah. Yeah, I thought about that. That is true. Instead of just cracking it open, sell it and then buy a used one.
Mm-hmm.
I've thought, I got sets I've thought of doing that, like the what's the intermodal car, the TTX.
Oh yeah.
That one, I have a sealed one. I'm like, and I want another one. And I'm like, I probably should just buy a used one and sell the sealed one.
Yeah,
well, the used ones are pretty up there too, aren't they?
Yeah.
I would have to sell. Why is my camera cutting my head off? Oh, well, there. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I'd have to sell. I'd have to have the sell it because before I'd buy the used one, I guess. It's because you never know if it'll sell or not. Those prices are up there, but
yeah,
you got to still get somebody to buy it.
And
right.
Yeah,
and the sealed one sells for almost $1,000 roughly, and a used one you could get for probably $600, between $500 and $600. So make a few $100.
That's crazy.
So I was a little nervous that I did sell some sealed Star Wars sets, and when you're selling sets that are the auction price is over $500, you're like, I hope they don't get it and say, "Oh, you sent me a box of rock."
Yeah,
right.
So far, I've not had that happen yet.
So it was strange because I was supposed to get it. I think it was a couple of days before Christmas. No, a whole week before Christmas. I was supposed to get it, and it didn't show up on the day it was supposed to show up. And so the next day, when you look at tracking, it's like there's no updates. It's just you could see the last place it was, and it says arriving later than expected, but it's like where it is. So then I had so that same day, someone messaged me, and I had sent out two or three Bricklink packages. And this guy tells me the same thing. He says, "Hey," he says, "just want you to know I've been waiting on this for over a week, and it's just stuck in the postal service." I'm like, "Well, I mean, what do you want me to do about it? I've got,
Give it time.
yeah, you're just gonna have to wait it out. I said, I've got a package like that too. So it finally showed back up in tracking, and it showed up the next day. It's almost like it was just at a facility somewhere off to the side, overlooked.
How long ago was this? Could have been part of the snow delay, or
It
was
may
this
have been.
prior to that?
It was prior to that. It was
Prior to that.
Did the label, was it printed, handwritten, and did it have a barcode?
So he went to the post office and hand wrote it, and so it wasn't a preprint. But the one I sent was pre-printed, like all the other ones I sent.
Yeah. Well, so I had there's no rhyme or reason sometimes with why they're late. I had somebody message me today, and they were like, "If I buy this stuff from you, will it be here in 7 days?" I'm like, I want to leave it. You appreciate people buying. I want to leave a snarky reply. I was like, it'll be in the mail. I can't guarantee. You could ask for priority mail. I can't guarantee it'll be there in 7 days.
Nope.
So I had a package. That I mailed out yesterday, and when I put the ounces in, I fat fingered it. So instead of 15, I put 115, and it automatic. It was like 115 ounces, not pounds. So, but it moved it to pounds.
Pounds, yeah.
And then it jumped it to priority, because it jumped it to priority flat rate mailer, and I couldn't figure out why until I took a look at it. But and I was just thinking to myself, how many times has people just hosed you on shipping? Because even if you do express, if you do express, I looked at the express because I did that, trying to figure out how to get it back to ground shipping. And the express, like overnight express, was like $400.
Oh my God.
I mean, and I'm looking at that, like, who's paying these ridiculous, because you can overnight it, and that doesn't guarantee it's going to get there overnight.
No. We have parts. If we get equipment that goes down or whatever, we use that FedEx overnight. You call up the parts places and stuff, and suppliers, and hey, we need this tomorrow, 10 o'clock, and they're like, sure, double the price. Here you go. Yeah. We've even had hot shots bring stuff in.
We got careers.
So when it doesn't make it, because we have stuff FedEx to us overnight too, and sometimes it'll be like 3 days later it finally shows up. It's like,
well, that's on FedEx, overnight, isn't it? I mean, if it gets there before their deadline, then isn't it on them?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's our company deal, so we never research it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of outside of the store type deal, but I wonder if they get any kind of refunds or anything.
I don't know.
So I had a one from FedEx that they said it was going to one of our buildings, which is unmanned, and so they didn't leave it. And it's like it was too big to go in we got a mailbox thing where you can put packages, but it was too big for the mailbox. So they didn't leave a thing for me to sign, like on the door. I just found it out by the tracking. So I went the next day and waited. And then all of a sudden I get the notification, and I also enabled where I'd get text notification, says unable to deliver. I'm like, I'm here. You got to knock on. So I went the next day and I waited outside the building for 4 hours. He never came by. Then I got the same thing. I was so mad with FedEx.
Yeah.
It's something I needed for work. And I ended up saying, I gave him specific instructions. I said, just take it back to your warehouse and leave it at the warehouse. I'll pick it up at the warehouse. I'm not going through this whole thing again where your driver just refuses to stop.
Right. And that's all it is. They tried once or whatever.
They've been Charlie Brown so many times there. Never anybody there, but I was there that time.
Right.
Yeah, shipping. Gotta love it.
So let's talk. Do you have a vault set, Joey?
I have the one that you were talking about.
You got it built?
I don't have a build, but I have it
Oh.
in the box. I built it once.
I built mine once too. I didn't want to reassemble it.
Yeah, it's not exactly easy to build
Yeah,
because the parts don't have a lot of clutch to them.
it's got this
So-
blue
So
bricks.
this came about because I started reading my space book, which is actually a very, very good book.
This one?
Yes, it's a
It is
very
a
good
very
book. I'm to the part where they interview the set designer,
Yeah.
and I'm a few pages past that, but it's a really good interview because he talks about back in the day when they actually had to create sets with a pile of bricks, and then all those models that the alternate builds.
Mm-hmm.
He says it's just like here's the main model. What can you guys do with it? And that's how they created those alternate models. And then there was never instruction. And but it's a really good it's a really good book. But in that book, it prior to Classic Space, it talks about that set. And so the question is that the first Lego space set?
Mm.
Well, depends. So it does look like is that supposed to be like a NASA launch site, or is that
Yeah,
supposed to be on
I think-
Mars because it's a red base plate?
I think it's a NASA. I think that's supposed to be just the sun. What is that at dawn or whatever? Yeah,
You get
that's
Samsonite.
268 Samsonite.
268 pieces, yes.
Yeah, it was
Set
this 1973.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not the first rocket.
What was the first rocket?
It was called Rocket Ship.
Oh,
Space
yeah.
Rocket. Space Rocket. That's what it's called. From 1964.
Yeah. Does it have a number? So I don't have to look
It's
it up.
let me see. 801.
801. Okay.
But
Yeah.
they'll get the right 801.
Well,
8013.
maybe my computer's
Oh
deciding.
no.
It'll catch
overloading.
up. Yeah. It's
I
not
like
really
this one
close.
better though.
So that's the first one they talk about in the book.
Yeah.
This is one that's interesting because the pieces that
base
you're
plate
putting
looks-
on
Mm-hmm.
are colored, but all the
Yeah.
pieces that are not are already there
Whited out.
or whited out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Brickset must have went down. 801. Let me go to Bricklink. 801
Oh,
3.
Brickset's down?
Well, my computer ain't something. 801
Let me see if I can-
3. Not found. 801. Yeah, I don't like this new.
I don't like the updated Bricklink. Did I rant about that in the last one?
Yeah,
We did.
You've talked about it, yeah. But
It's,
some of my problem is not 801 doesn't show up.
What did
Yeah,
I give
I
you the
don't-
right number?
Well, I typed
said
801.
801? Yeah, it's 801. 801.
Here it is. I got it on Brickset. Finally decided to come up.
Okay.
So let me present this.
And if you think that 358 was, or was the other one 358 or 368? What was the number on the rocket?
358.
Okay. You think that one's unstable? Try building this 98 cent.
Oh, I know.
98 cents.
Also a
bet you
Samsonite set.
I bet you 98 cents was a fortune back then.
Yeah.
That's
And
when
it-
Opie was getting a nickel for allowance.
Yeah.
You thought about that. Yeah, it's like that is expensive, isn't it?
I like
Or
how
what-
this I don't know. I don't know if I ever paid attention to this, but the marketing on this set is unique, delightful, creative, creative, and then the creative toy for every child. Are they taking a shot at their own set? Build, take apart, and build something else.
These 1x2 bricks, right, stacked up like they are, and then to top it off, they're stuck wrongly in the picture. They're drawn wrongly. Anyway, they're stuck in a macaroni piece that has zero clutch.
I know this thing's. It is extremely fresh, and I think even with new bricks from that era, like if they were brand new, it would be hard.
I don't know
Yeah.
that it would hold itself up with modern bricks.
Yeah, and then this whole attachment at the top, it's like,
Yeah.
because those it transitions to other bricks at the top there, round 1x1s.
Yeah,
You
round
should-
1x1s.
You should build the Apollo rocket and build this and put it side by side and do a comparison.
Yeah,
How far we've come.
Well, I have the
I got
Apollo
it.
rocket.
I got it sitting right up there. The challenge is building this thing again. I built it once. I don't know if I want to build it again. Oh, look, and then do you build all these others models from this?
Yeah, I'm looking at that seesaw and trying to figure out how that thing works.
It's got the rocket up there with all the
It's probably
parts.
got a wheel element.
Huh?
Does it have a wheel element there?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to go see.
Is this before wheels? Is this?
I think it's before wheels. Yeah, I don't think there's a wheel element in it. I think that's another piece of macaroni. Oh no, those are 1x1 rounds at the bottom. These pieces down here.
Oh, those are 1x1 round bricks.
Yeah, just like all of these up here are 1x1 rounds.
Well, how did they get that one go in between the two macaroni?
I don't know.
That's not possible.
Unless you're right. It's not. How did they get that?
So it's just a bad draw right there on that part.
And I don't think there's any instructions.
No, that is the instructions.
Yeah,
Looking at this picture.
Well, now in Lego's defense, a lot of the stuff that they built back the late 50s, 60s, the early 60s and stuff, they gave you these pamphlets that shows how to build with Lego, right? Cover the cracks and you know, corner wall was built like this. You use these kind of. They assumed that you would always do the same thing.
Well, you wonder if these were ever built or if somebody just drew them. Yeah. If somebody just drew them and said, "I bet this will work."
Maybe.
Well, these. Go ahead, Joey.
I was gonna say there's no quality control or testing on these. These are Samsonite.
So when you look at these blister packs, it almost makes you wonder, can you actually build these models that they show on there? Because I've tried building the piano, the Indians, and the space rocket from the inventories. And then when you look at, I got the sealed seesaw.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got a couple of them sealed too.
Yeah, you want to grab one?
And it's like you almost can't tell. It almost looks like there's not enough parts in there to build anything. Yeah, go ahead and crack it open so we can verify the inventory, Joe. Just crack it open there.
He didn't hear you. He's got it. All right, there he is. Jabba wants you to crack it open so we can verify the parts.
Oh, count it? Yeah. Yeah. Let me get right on that. So let's see.
Oh, you're handling it. Be careful.
I'm handling it. Stop that. And then how do I make myself?
So which one do you have here? Oh, the seesaw. Yeah, hold it. It's like, is that enough pieces to build that? It doesn't even look like it's enough. It is a wheel element in the middle.
Yeah, you're right, because there's the tire.
Yeah. Wonder if it's dry rotted.
I'm sure. Nothing on the back.
Was this? I guess this was manufactured in Colorado because it all shrunk and got compressed. Actually, wouldn't it expand?
I guess. I don't know. So there's the rocket.
Oh, there's the rocket. You have one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
see,
my.
that's all red and blue macaroni pieces. There's your red 1x1s.
Yeah, and there should be a couple of corner roof elements.
Yeah, I saw them on top here somewhere. There's
I see one right in the front. Yeah, there you go.
And
there's a pamphlet.
And that's a standard Samsonite pamphlet. So it's no instructions. No. Somebody cut the price tag.
Oh, yeah, they didn't want you to know what they paid for it.
98 cents.
98 cents. And then I put the background in there.
They must have given it as a Christmas gift. And then whoever got it said, I don't want this.
Yeah.
I'm never opening this thing. It's not going
Right.
to work.
Yeah, and I got 2 others up. I can't remember which 2 I have. The other 2 I have.
Do you have the Indians?
I don't think I have the Indians. Well, let me look at my brick set here. Samsonite model maker.
You know, the sad thing is you could probably piece that together for 98 cents right now.
I do not have. Somebody has been mussing with my brick set. Hang on.
One of the admins?
I don't know. Well, I guess it's an admin because they were the only ones that would have access to do this. So somebody thinks they know better than I do.
What'd they do?
They added a second player piano. Right? So there's the player piano 802, which I do not have. But now down here, there's another player piano.
Why did it play? What's different about that one? It's just a different packaging.
I think, I was getting ready to say, I think it's a different.
Or is it?
So you got the little boy's face.
Yeah.
Build this player piano and your own toy ideas. And then this one is a guy, and it says develop your child.
Dude. Oh, we need to. This is Adults Welcome in 1964.
Yeah. So what's weird is, that shows that I put that picture in for this one, but I did not put this picture in for this one. But that one up on top, the 802, is what I would consider the.
Oh, you know what happened? You put the picture because that was the other one. You had used my picture, and now they replaced it with the picture of the packaging.
I
can tell by your note.
So you do have the Indians.
Yeah, it does show that I do have the Indian. Do you want me to go get it?
Is it sealed?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Hung up.
We're gonna have Joey running all over his basement. He's getting
to say whatever we want while he's doing this. Apparently,
yeah, he's getting.
No, I'm not opening it to count the parts either. Can't hear you, but I can read your mind. Yeah. All right, let's see.
So the building crane was one I don't think was it on that other picture? Yeah, it was on that picture. Okay.
Now this one's the one that is.
Oh yeah, you got.
Yeah, let me switch this out.
That one got wet.
Yep, it was wet somewhere along the line. So yeah, pretty crusty. But I have it.
How to restore that kind of stuff? Like,
I wish I could. I don't know what to do though. Come out. I'm gonna go in one way.
Riker 1 million. He likes to.
He's gonna. We got you handling him. You're gonna pull one, and the back's gonna come right out. The other part, the blister's gonna stay in there.
Yeah, the blister just a yellow one by one just came out. Oh no! If you look at the bottom, you can't see it. There's black pieces? Yeah, there's pieces. So this one's coming apart on me. Huh. It's shrinking. The blister is pulling the cardboard.
Yeah.
I gotta find that one by one yellow. I saw it fall.
I wonder if it's because the cardboard got wet in.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to. Oh, hello. That's good TV, isn't it? Where'd Joey go? Where'd the podcast go?
Man, I'm sorry, Joey. We made you get your set out.
No, it's all right.
So what we'll do is you pack it in your backpack and you go to the Lego Inside Tour and you swap them out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If they have it in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a Samsonite, so
they have some stuff I've seen other people have. Kim even said she saw some stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
So they recognize that it happened. You can't be a revisionist of history. I got to remind myself, look for a 1x1 yellow square. I still don't see it. It must have went under the desk somewhere.
Put it on your little notepad that you put the timestamps that you always forget to write down.
Yeah. Scrap piece of paper here. 1x1 yellow.
Yeah. So
6 weeks from now, I'll go. What the
that
heck?
was a squirrel moment from the lake. That started by talking about the book.
We were talking about rockets, and then we're losing the Indian part.
That's the kind of stuff you get on the AFoOL podcast.
Might as well build it now.
No. Shake all the pieces out of the bottom. Oh my goodness. So is set 358 a space set? Sure, but it ain't part of classic space.
Right, it's not classic space, but I said the first space set.
Yeah, I get you.
Space.
Yeah, and then Jabbo, they don't even reference that rocket in the
But you
book,
should really, you just I got to pick it back up and continue reading it. But the way that guy got his job at Lego is pretty interesting.
Really?
Yeah, it's a good read.
I'll have to.
It's a good interview.
I read the red book. I didn't read this one. I should have read this one.
Yeah.
I guess I will now.
Red book was for women.
It's not that red book. You kind of you confused me the other day because you got the book, but yours wasn't red, was it? Or it wasn't hardback. It was softback or something, wasn't it? Mine is red hardback cloth, but I ordered mine when it originally came out.
I think mine was mine yellow.
Might have been.
I thought yours was yellow.
Might have been. Because I went back and watched your video again after I got the shirt. I went back and watched the video again to look at the pages that you were opening. I was like, I know. I read that book, and I was like, no, it is this book. Why is his book one color, mine's a different or whatever? But I guess mine must have been the early adopter because that was that whole.
That was a Kickstarter, wasn't
it? Yeah. It was the Kickstarter part of it. So I paid way too much. It was a good book, but.
Well, if you were going to pay that much, you should have just got the pogo stick, wasn't that what came with it?
Yeah, but the pogo stick was way more. I mean, it added a big expense to it. And I was like, it's a 3D part. I know I should have, because those things are crazy expensive. Speaking of crazy expensive, we want to do our new segment. Oh, we have a new segment?
Wait,
Jordan, what are you talking about?
We need to get fingers so we can keep up with all the cool kids.
Yeah. Finger. So I missed the new episode, so I don't know what's going on.
Is there a new segment in the notes?
Well, crazy things on eBay.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy things on eBay.
I'll try to remember to. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Jabo sent us the first one, didn't he?
It's so long ago, I forgot what I sent.
Well, you sent the graded sets.
We'll
talk about grading.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute because that is a whole subject in and of itself. But I got this crazy.
It was the Yoda one, wasn't it?
Well, this is better than all that. Hang on, let me see where I'm.
Yeah, I looked at this one whenever because you have the link in the notes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me. I put it in the wrong place. Oh, here it is. No, I didn't. I had it in the right place. I just didn't know what to do. It's my first time with the computer.
Yeah.
The suspense is killing us.
Yeah. Well, if we had a production value at all.
Well, I love I mean, with a title like that, I mean, how can you not click on it?
But okay, so there's 3 pictures. It's $12,000. Let's start with that. $12,000. And this looks like what, 2 classic creator boxes?
Yeah, there's.
Yeah. And then
it's like $10 worth of Lego right there so far. What's in the other picture?
Yeah, I got to click on the right screen. There we go. That's that beach set. One of those little creator 3-in-1s. And then here's the other part of the 3-in-1. Same set. There's your 3 pictures. $12,000.
So I don't know which is more egregious. That it's $12,000 or that the shipping is $500.
Right.
What does the description say?
So the description says, this is where it gets weird, because it says there's 146,000 pieces. Now I'm no mathematician, but that still don't work out.
Could you just maybe take at least 10% a picture of 10% of it? You got 146,000 pieces, and you took pictures of about 500 pieces.
So what's the average set got? 2,000, 3,000 pieces?
Average big set?
I'm just trying to pick a number here, right? So let's just do 146,000.
No, I think if you averaged it, you'd probably be 600-700 pieces, maybe 1,000 at the most. Because
okay, so that's 146 sets, right? We're still at $12,000. There better be some pretty good sets, and there's nothing listed.
No
sets.
I'm surprised it doesn't say only serious bidders, please.
Can you look at his other? Go back up. Does he have other items for sale?
Seller's other items. No.
Oh my goodness. He has a 0. He has 6 feedback, but it's a 0%. This is one of the dumbest listings I've ever seen.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some ridiculously high prices, but this one, when I seen this, I thought, now wait a minute. I mean, at best, there's $100 worth of Walmart crap here in those 2 sets. I don't even know what the one was.
I mean, if you paid $100 for, if somebody said, "Oh, I got this for $100," I like, you paid too much.
Yeah, absolutely. $12,000.
Wow, that is one of the,
So there's your crazy things on eBay story.
That is.
So grading. What do we want to talk about there? I guess let me hide this, because there's going to be a rant, I'm sure, coming.
Well, I forgot how I got. They always show up when I'm looking at stuff, especially when I'm looking for rare things.
Yeah, so this is the one that you sent originally. $2,000 for the police car, sealed.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Is it? I guess it's sealed. It's got an 85.
But I'm like, who is grading this?
Well, there's the thing, right? AFA is who's grading this, which is these people here, right?
Action Figure Authority. I can just say BrickTsar Authority.
You can.
My own company say, I'm the authority on this now. This is what these companies are. They're complete scams.
Yeah. Well, then there's
are scams.
Well, so then the one that you listed as a scam was this one, the Collector Archive Service.
This one, that is definitely a homemade. This is 100% homemade.
So,
I wish I could find it.
And it's
here's their website.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, I wish I could find it.
I just say, if you're paying the graded prices, and if you're paying, I guess I can't really call the people that are sending their items and grading them and then selling them for ridiculous amounts. I guess I can't call them stupid, but the whole thing is stupid.
Yeah,
I think that's the problem here. It's not. I mean, we could say what we want about these companies that are grading them. I mean,
what makes them the authority on it?
Right, exactly.
Like that sealed police car, that's a small set. I mean, all you're grading is the condition of the box. Did you open the box up to see if the contents were there?
Right.
No, you can't.
You can't, because you destroy the box.
Right.
And then that Yoda. There's so many counterfeits out there. If that is such highly graded, why is it not still in its plastic bag that it came in?
Right.
So it's just the only market I see that grading kind of makes sense is trading cards.
Yeah,
because you can see both sides of the card.
Right. You see 100% of the item.
Yeah. But if you grade a comic book, all you see is the cover.
And that's all you're grading is the cover. Now, I assume that when they grade the comic books, that they got the white gloves on and they're treating it. And
What's the point?
yeah, you're never going to see it once it's in that little plastic thing. I don't get it.
Grading a Lego set box. I've opened way too many Lego sets, and I just opened one. I was parting out a Ninjago set, and the box was kind of. It's one of those. If the box hadn't have been such bad shape, I would have tried to sell it just sealed because it's worth a lot. But I said I'll just part it out.
Right.
And what do you think inside? Wrinkled up instructions, wrinkled up stickers. It's like.
Right.
Okay, so Joey, in your search, put in Lego graded
on eBay.
And then
Lego graded.
So sort by price.
Yeah, no. Then filter by sold.
Oh no.
Filter by sold and completed.
Do you know how to do that?
I think.
Sold and completed. They had it kind of lower down.
I was going to say it's way down.
Yeah,
sold items.
When you click sold, it'll automatically complete.
Yeah.
Okay, and then do you want all items or just the ones in Lego Building Toys?
You just all whatever, all the one that you listed, because you can just scroll down and look at them.
Okay, it's coming.
Or
17 episodes. You think I'd be better at this? Yeah. Oh wow, Ninjago. There you go.
Scroll down till you see there's a Boba Fett graded foil pack. It's only $85, but still $85. Yeah, keep going. I've got, and then there's a Mr. Gold.
Oh my!
It's coming. You're pretty close.
Oh,
okay, look at that foil pack. How
$85.
Do you grade a foil pack?
And wasn't that on a book or
yeah? So shouldn't it have the book with it? To be
graded 85 plus. I'm assuming out of 100. I mean,
yeah, that's what it would be. But if you go down a few more, I don't know how you got all those cards in there. I don't have any cards.
Because he didn't. What did
right
you?
There.
What was
Look at
your
that, Mr. Gold. Look at that, Mr. Gold. Somebody paid $8,000 for that. Click on that listing.
Why has it got that part covered up?
Because there was a number, and then there was a number that you could use to unlock the computer online and get something.
Like that still works.
Right.
$8,000 somebody paid for that. Just to set it on the shelf and say, not only do I have it.
Here's
it's
the
assembled.
Thing. It's assembled. So
right.
This... what does this mean, uncirculated? You don't even know what uncirculated. What do you mean sealed?
Yeah.
If you can see it, it's not sealed.
Right.
Idiots.
And
That's
and if you just keep scrolling a little bit, somebody paid $1,100 for a Star Wars set. I mean, it's just.
Why am I getting mad? It's not my money.
Yeah.
$1,100 for that. Okay.
And then there's minifigs that are graded 100%. So that means they're pristine.
Pristine.
And they only sell for, I say only $50 and $60, but the fig is probably a less than $10 fig. There's a Black Widow.
The second one of these darts that I've seen that has sold for $400. So you're telling me that 2 people have bought that dart for $400 because it was up higher in the list. I need to see it. This one was sold November 4th. I'll have to scroll back. Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff
with this stuff.
See if you can get to those 2 figures.
Yeah,
we gotta get these Pokemon out of here. Oh, yeah. Lego movie. What?
Yeah, Anyway, there's a Black Widow, and there's a Captain America, and they graded them 100%.
See, there's the one, December 19th, 6824, $399. November 4th,
Wow.
6824. Is that the exact same picture? It's the exact same picture. I smell scam eBay.
Yeah.
Somebody sold it to themselves to try to promote it or something.
Yeah.
There's your $5,000 for Cloud City figures.
Not AFA.
Not a fan of.
Yeah, they're all assembled.
Yeah. And that's kind of the worst thing you can do to a minifigure anymore. There's your Boba Fett, right? The one you were looking for?
$2,000.
Advent count helmet. Please don't tell me $37. That's still too high. What?
Oh. Don't you have that, Java?
What?
Don't you have Cloud City?
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
I know Joey wanted us to think he had it.
I was just confused.
I found Boba Fett. I'm looking at Cloud City.
Jason, I would have to thank Jason for that because I think he was the one that, because I was showing my little Star Wars, and he said, you probably stuck the Cloud City Boba Fett in there. And then I was like, did I? Because I really don't know what that one is. Okay, I'm done looking at this.
Yeah, let's get out of this. I'm going to have a stroke.
Don't have a stroke. It ain't worth it.
All right. So the AFoOL podcast public service announcement.
Don't worry.
Friends don't let friends buy graded fit.
Yeah. Oh,
no. That Yoda one, that one really irked me because I was like, you don't even know if it's authentic.
Right.
All right, let's talk about some.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about some more interesting stuff.
Okay.
So, if you've often talked about a museum, if you could display your stuff, what size building do you think you would need to display your collection?
So, when I look at things like how Lego House is set up and how other museums are set up, the thing that I think a lot of people don't think about when they do personal is you got to have space for people,
right?
Because you have to think. So these are the things I think about. I'm always thinking about liability, and fires and insurance and things that you'd have to have. And so to me, I don't want everything all cluttered up like it is. I want everything to be like where you can spread it out and have it. So I haven't done the calculation to see, but it would be a lot more space than I think what we think. Now, I've been to one museum, kind of that toy and plastic brick museum. I have no idea if it still is opened. And they had a ton of stuff, but it was kind of like our collections. It was a lot of stuff crammed in a bunch of rooms.
Mm-hmm. There's one. Yeah, there's a toy museum. Is it in? I don't know. It's one of
the Czech Republic. I think they got 3 buildings.
Wow.
And it's still not enough.
Wow. And is that all kinds of toys or just Lego?
It's Lego.
Lego. 3 buildings. So you gotta decide, because if he's in 3 buildings, so he's got stuff assembled for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's, to me, and I think it's kind of how Lego House does it. They'll have like assembled and a box.
Yeah.
There was in Chicago, where the guy that did the Sears Tower Lego.
Oh, Adam Reed Tucker.
Yeah. His little store, his little museum was kind of like a behind glass. That he had examples of sealed sets and the built sets and stuff. But honestly, he had his collection that was in that store was not. My collection was probably bigger than what was in the store, and that had a big footprint. But again, you had places for people to walk. The way it was displayed, there was lots of, I have a lot of crap crammed.
Well,
and
if I gave each set 1 square foot
Right.
1 square foot per set. Now it's not taking into account trains that would take up more than 1 square foot, but it would be like 7,000 square feet just from the sets.
Right. And that's
if they're small, little, tiny sets.
And then you're talking about 1 square foot. You're talking about just your flat plane.
Flat, yeah. And you can have like going up shelves and
right. And then you mentioned too, like, we see. So Stacy's just got a building.
Yeah.
And, you had Brixie there did a building, and then you got several other people that have their own buildings and stuff. Now, I think for the most part, all these people that they're private, they're not public open
right
places. But you open a museum, it's like you said, you have liability.
Fingers.
Well, yeah, but not only just that, the liability of your collection.
Yeah.
You have the liability, and this is what a lot of people miss.
Falls.
Yeah. If somebody were to get hurt in your store, that liability insurance is crazy expensive.
Yeah.
That's not a, hey, I'm going to go rent a store face someplace and it's cheap and I'm still making enough off my Bricklink store that it's going to be cool. No, that fire insurance, that liability insurance for somebody tripping and falling is going to make that impossible. And I bet you a lot of people, if they even do it all, or they don't do it at all because they just don't think about it. And, I don't think the liability police are running around checking.
Yeah. I mean, that toy and plastic brick museum is one of the nastiest places I've ever been. It's like he had a bunch of old TVs out in the parking lot, just stacked up in a pile, like a dump. And it's like, how is that safe?
Right. Right. I remember when I was a kid, we used to go, we called it junking, right? You go on Saturday and you go junking. So you'd hit yard sales, you'd hit your Goodwills or whatever. And then there would be these small antique stores or whatever, but they were just junk stores. They were just people had, bought a house and put a sign outside and it was just filled with crap. And sometimes it was like an episode of American Pickers. You go in there and it's like, what the crap? Yeah.
So there's this house I think it's in Wisconsin. It's called House on the Rock.
Okay.
And it's just this guy that collected all kinds of stuff. And if you haven't thought of it, he collected it. That kind of collection.
Yeah.
So my kids have been, my sister's been, my mom and all that, but I haven't been to it. But anyway, this guy just had the space.
Right.
To
space.
Earl's on it.
But it was for himself.
Right.
And so now, he's gone and now they've turned it into like this museum that you can spend all day just touring it. So it's one of those things I think a lot of us would kind of dream, not necessarily that we would have a museum to show other people, but just for our friends or ourselves.
Right.
Like, I want to build everything. I want to build all my roller coasters. I want to have all my trains run. I want to have an HO scale layout, an N scale layout, an O scale. I want to have a garden railroad out in the backyard. I want to have a railroad that you can ride on, one scale or whatever that is. It's like, I think about stuff like that, but then it's just not practical.
Yeah. Well, from an economic I'm not saying should question your economics, but those are very expensive hobbies. And the space in that is crazy, especially if you start talking about garden railroads and ride-on railroads and oof.
Yeah, that my niece, she owns this property out in the boonies in Georgia, and it's like a historical house, and she got like 50 acres behind it or something, and she was asking me about because she wanted to make it a tourist area. And she wanted to have one of those ride-on railroads. And all I can say is everyone I've ever seen, they end up closing it.
Well, that's
right. It's expensive to maintain it. Usually those are private people that have their like there's a place out in Conyers, Georgia, where they have the ride-on trains. And those guys, it's a club.
Yeah,
that's how they keep it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not doing it for the money of having sales.
Right. The two biggest ones that I know of, and I right off the top of my head, I can't tell you where they are, but one is a private club, and like once a month, or maybe in the summer, maybe once a week, they have what do they call them, meetups or something, and basically it's open to the public and people give rides on their trains, but the whole thing is surrounded by campgrounds. So you come in and camp knowing that you have a train, and there's roundhouses and barns and stuff where people are storing their trains, and these things become legacy items, right? So you sell it when you get old and can't do it anymore. You sell it to your son or your family member, or then off to some other family. And some of this stuff just lives there for generations. But yeah, and there's another couple others that are like the same thing. It's just a private club, and then every once in a while it's open for the public. But yeah, that would be cool. But
yeah, and so
cool to visit.
I think we all, and a lot of us that do YouTube and collect Lego, even if you don't do YouTube, you get you amass this collection that at some point you don't have enough room to enjoy it the way you want. So I will say this is surprisingly, at first I was reluctant about taking sets apart, especially the Star Wars sets, but the more sets I take apart, the better I feel. And so I really am seeing the value, instead of having a museum with everything on display, just putting everything up and having a smaller thing that I can actually enjoy.
Right.
Yeah. So are you working towards like a section of your basement where you?
I want to get that table cleared off that all the buildings were on, and then I want to start putting the vintage stuff on there. Yeah. And then do that for this year, hopefully get something done productive, and then enjoy it for a while, and then take it apart and do something different.
Yeah.
I think that's actually what a lot of model railroaders do. They'll build a big layout. And to me, it always seemed like a lot of work to build a railroad and then to redo it.
Yeah. I think there's a certain percentage of that. I think a lot of these guys, they just never stop building.
Yeah.
Right. Because, you do, especially because HO is probably the most popular.
Yeah.
And you just do a little bit, or you do and it's just like, it's something that they just always piddle with.
Have you guys ever seen Rod Stewart's train layout?
I've seen it in a model railroader. He would get featured every couple of years.
Yeah, it's pretty extravagant. I had no idea.
Yeah. He'd build stuff when he was on tour.
Yeah.
And that's kind of I think that's what a lot of those people just like to do. It's not that they built a railroad that they're going to sit there and watch run. It's that they're just always building, right?
Yeah.
You're building a new model, or you're building. I've seen these guys. They spend tons of time on these little HO cars, just like the Lego HO cars that detailing and painting and stuff, just to set it on the layout. It's like it's super cool, but there's 6 months of your life on that one little car.
I tell you, man, I have to, like, I'm in these two different communities, the Lego community and the train community, and it's like
completely different.
I wonder sometimes what people in the train community think about somebody like me, because I am not into I appreciate the detail and stuff, but my grandson has picked up my bad habits. It's like the Gomez.
Yep.
Crashes.
Yep. That's kids for you, though. Carnage. Yeah.
So Joey, you wanted yours to be like a storefront or something?
Yeah. So my thought process was always to be, a man cave, basically, that instead of being gas and oil, because you see a lot of those people who do, they do a garage or whatever, they're car heads or whatever. And then you do see the train people who have all the train lanterns and all kinds of train memorabilia. Well, there was a toy store. There was a toy store, Woolsey's Toy Store. And then there was A&A. I have the sign from the store. My dad somehow got the sign. And then when he died,
they didn't see him.
Huh? They didn't see him. Yeah. Well, the store closed down. But at any rate, when my dad passed, I I told my sister that sign is in the back of the house. I'm going to get it and I'm taking it now. You can, however you want to figure that out. But she's like, I don't even care. But at any rate, I wanted to be like one of those two stores. Both of them had these ancient glass cases that, you know, they had stuff set in. The Woolsey's Toy Store was a big bicycle shop too, but they had a lot of bicycle parts. But they had like rows of shelves, kind of like this, instead of bins. It was just shelves, all the different toys. The hobby shop had tons of HO stuff and model kits. And again, this wooden glass case. And man, they were always working on line L trains and stuff on top of that glass case. I'm always thinking, man, it's gonna go through that glass. It never did. Oh. the toy store, or the toy store was the same way. They're building bicycles up on top of those glass cases, and it's like, how does that not break?
But, so you have a glass case, don't
you? I do. Yep.
So do you have a section like
so it's
out
back
like that, or is it just that was original, now it's
so that was that corner of the basement where the space cabinet is. So that cabinet is kind of, you know, it's not a pie safe, but what do they call those? Somebody called it an armoire, but it's not an armoire, but it's a display cabinet for a commercial property type situation, for commercial. And then I have that lower glass cabinet, and that kind of was where my YouTube channel started. That was kind of the set for it. Turns out glass is hard to film against, just like my glasses, all of our glasses. You know, we all see our own screens and the cameras, and it's hard. So it's kind of gotten away from that. I bought several fixtures. That picture you sent the other day, Earl, of that little Samsonite parts pack.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, that's a holy grail item. I'd love to have that just sitting over there in that area, but I don't know. The train layout's taken over. The other YouTube channel, or the current studio. Yeah,
competition over there.
Well,
yeah. Maybe she'll hit pay dirt like that TrainSar guy and just blow by you.
She's going upstairs. We're cleaning out a bedroom upstairs.
Get out.
She's gonna have her own studio upstairs. Her first video, an intro video, should be coming out Monday. So this will air on Friday. What is today's date? So 8, 9, 10. But yeah, whatever the Monday is. It doesn't matter. The 13th, 14th. Oh, she's doing hers on Tuesdays. So hers will be on the 14th. So she got an intro video coming out, and then her first build video will be after that.
So Jabba, you got the Duplo trains. Are you going to start DuploTsar?
No, I'm not. I got too many channels. We did. My wife had the idea of making a separate channel for kids. Because, but that's something I might do down the road. But the thing is, I could do this Duplo train on like 3 different channels right now. Yeah, right. Actually, maybe 4, because one of the trains has a tipper in it. And I'm doing the tipper comparisons, and actually, my Tipper Trek TV surprisingly does pretty well.
Really,
for as few videos as I got.
Yeah.
Like, I get way too many views for each video. Huh. I got 500, less than 500 subscribers, but I get like 1,000 views. And I'm like, how is this happening? It doesn't make any sense.
That is strange. So you think it's people watching them
over? But I think it's because I'm in that golden spot where most of the people that are subscribed are still watching.
Okay.
So it's when they watch, YouTube recommends it.
Right. Okay.
So if half of my subscribers watch a video, that's good, and YouTube pushes it out to other people. But anyway, I want to do the videos, and I want to try to do them in a way that people, but Duplo video, why am I watching this? It's like that's the hard part.
Yeah.
So why can Duplo make a incline train bridge with an underpass, but Lego train can't?
Well, it's too steep an incline. Like the Duplo trains can make that in because they got those geared the way the wheels are designed.
They got big rubber
They
tires.
can go up the incline. Lego train's not going to go up a steep incline like that.
No,
Mm-hmm.
no.
But that's why. But I think the thing I take from it is why can't Lego do different types of track for power functions trains or powered up or whatever they're called now?
What kind of track do you want them to do? The wide radius, as you're talking about, or
wide radius and cross tracks?
Cross tracks, yeah.
In a switch track that doesn't just curve back on itself.
Right. Yeah.
I want it to do where you go,
Yeah,
like
no, I got it. Yeah.
Where you can stair stack them too.
Right.
That's funny. It's funny how many people they start collecting Lego trains. They want to build a train yard, and then they run into the problem because Lego train tracks really weren't designed to make a yard.
You could do it, but your space is you're at a 45-degree angle. You just
a ladder is designed to save space, but not with Lego train tracks.
No. You just go across 4 feet, and your last little section of track is only a couple. Well, it depends on how long you got, but yeah, it's crazy how inefficient it is. Real inefficient. So, yeah, one of the few third-party things. I do some third-party stuff, but yeah, the track, wide radius track.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and we're getting this other train, this Bricklink designer program one. So I didn't want to buy another Bricklink designer program.
Yeah, I think if I buy any of them for that, it's going to be. I kind of want the train now that I've seen it and seen the price, and kind of want it. But I mean, I don't know if I get one of the sets, it's going to be that one and only that one.
I don't know. $289 for an unpowered train
on homemade track. Too.
Is it also? Is it at least compatible with the track?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it looks like it should be. Oh, I thought
it's not train track.
Well, I get that it's not train track, but would it work?
It looks like it.
I mean, yeah, I think that it's the right. You're talking about the width of the train, yeah. So I can't complain because what I want Lego to do is make more trains,
right?
And then they make one, and I'm like,
they didn't make this. This is not.
That's
Lego.
True, but they allowed it. They're going to make the bricks to go in it.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm surprised you're not really into it, Joey, because it's right up your alley.
It is right up my alley.
Your name to Brickspace.
Name what?
Change your channel name to Brickspace.
Yeah, instead of BrickTrains.
Space.
It's a 460 with I don't know. I'm guessing they could probably motorize it.
It's got a lot of figs. It should be. You would think.
I don't know. It doesn't. It
reminds me of Petticoat Junction in Once Upon a Time in the West.
I thought of Petticoat Junction.
You remember the movie Once Upon a Time in the West with Charles Bronson?
No, I don't remember that one, but I did think of Petticoat Junction.
So in the Once Upon a Time in the West, the train leaves the station, and then there's a shootout, and there's one of those windmills. It cuts to one of those windmills. Whatever they call it. I don't think
it was a windmill, yeah. Excuse me.
You're not helping me, Jabba. We have to talk Joey into this one.
I don't know why he needs to be.
What is this
Quick Express? It sounds like it's one of the Chinese knockoff trains. This is a coal car.
It's a coal car, yeah.
Coal car.
Look at the wheel configuration. They're gonna put the motor right there.
Oh yeah.
That to me looks like that's where everybody's gonna mock a motor in right there, which is fine. I'm not saying this is a bad set. Wow, look at those the bogies, 4-wheel bogies, and look how close they are.
That's the way they are.
Come on.
I guess they do. You normally put one brick in between them.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Just because you build those big 18 long trains.
Well,
Look at all the
I have
flavors.
my own. I have my own.
Yeah, but to
General
me,
store
this
not included. Why does it do that?
Did you
Yeah,
buy the
was it?
general store?
No.
I know
I think
you.
I
Why is
did.
that on there? There's no other.
I know it's just. I guess they're showing that it fits with it or something.
Yeah, and I think
Ah,
is it the same designer? Maybe.
I
No.
bet it is.
I bet it's the
I bet
same
it is.
designer, and it.
Yeah.
They're trying to tell you if you bought the general store, you have to have the train.
I don't know. It does. It's not that it. It's not that it's a good looking set. It's just it does. It's not appealing to me, especially at $280. I don't know.
So I
don't
think that I just changed the subject there for a second. Just looking at that screen, that just getting me mad again about the new layout. Don't go back to it.
The you're talking about the new layout in Bricklink.
Bricklink
Yeah.
layout. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The search bar is so small now. Why? I mean, for 20. Wait, what year is this?
But I
24 years, I've been going up to that box, and that you click on it, and you'd have the drop down to what you wanted to search.
now you have two drop downs if you want to look at your store inventory. You have to click it. It's like two drop downs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to save shortcuts now. Now instead of going to Bricklink and clicking on stuff, I'm going to my shortcuts and just clicking my shortcuts on my bookmarks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like every time it's not just Lego. Every time they update a website or update a app or something, it just adds more steps. Like, why couldn't you just leave it alone?
Because they're adding features.
What part of this makes it better?
I don't know.
I'm with you. I'm sure they're using some sort of generic.
Maybe they're using AI to design them.
I don't know. The one thing about the menus, because there are more clicks now, but some of the menus, I think, is it Brickset that does this? Yeah, Brickset's one that does it. When you hover or you move your mouse across, the menus automatically pop, right? And there's some of them you can't get away from unless you move your mouse off the screen because of depending on what your zoom is. I think that's a little bit of Bricklink. I don't know if that was intended, but it stops that. But I noticed all their community and Bricklink designers, they still do the same thing. They automatically pop, and they're all the way across the screen. So unless you scroll all the way down and get out or move your mouse all the way down.
So how do you, if you're going to you say you're doing stuff for your store, your Bricklink store,
mm-hmm.
and you need to add a drawer or you need to edit something.
Mm-hmm.
How are you getting to your store inventory?
And that's what I was telling you. It's added a drop down box.
Right.
You got to click one like under your profile, and then you got to go under your store, and then you got to where it used to be like.
Well, here I'll show you.
Oh, wait,
but it's worse on the phone, and you do most of your stuff on the phone, right?
Well, I do a lot of my editing on the computer, on the laptop, but yeah, it's both. It's been bad on both right now.
Yeah,
so it looked like it got bigger, but see how where it says "My Store" on the search bar,
right?
Catalog items.
Yeah, that window.
All
that
items
just needs to be a little wider. I
think.
wider,
yeah.
All right. So if you want to go to your inventory, you click on the store, and then you go down to My Inventory.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used to get this in one click.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They added. It's like they added a drop down.
Right. And they're going to really kill me when they start changing this page or this
and it's
combination here.
And see, the other thing I do, I use the search here or show more options. And then show more options has always been you had to click it. And that's one of the things I wish I haven't figured out how to do it, but where you see parts from set.
Right.
Like if I'm adding parts from a set, go right there. Do you see it?
Is it one of these?
No, go down. It's a box. Oh. So you just type in the set number, and then it shows you parts in your store that are in a set.
Oh, okay.
Type 10179, something like that. And then hit enter.
I didn't know you could do that.
And so that boom. So when I'm adding parts to, you don't watch my videos, Earl.
Yes, I do.
when I'm adding parts to a store, I can just add them and then one at a time, or I can just do this and just go ahead and start putting them in there.
Like so you just change the quantity here.
No, I add them with the software, and then I use this to put them in the store, to physically put them in there.
Oh,
and then it's doing it in a logical order because I'm going by like all the plates are together, all the tiles are together, all the bricks are together.
Right.
And it's I'm not looking around where the parts are. And then I got the drawer numbers out. And then if I don't have a drawer number, that means it's it's going to show stock room.
Right.
And then I can get a drawer for it.
So you're saying let's say you add a set, you go through the motions, you add a set to your Bricklink inventory, but they're not put away into your drawers. So then you go to this function, and so everything you have in that set, it consolidates it when you add it.
Mm-hmm.
So it might tell you up here you've got 20, where you've got 8 to put away, and you have 12 in a drawer.
No, at this point, it's already going to be the new quantity.
Right. But physically, you have 12 in your drawer, and you have 8 to put away.
Right.
And so when you go to one with no remark, they're all needed to put.
Yeah. And I kind of go back and forth because sometimes I'll do it from Brickstore, but the problem I run into if I notice that there's I made an error somewhere, or you're putting something, there should be 1 in the drawer or 5 in the drawer, and there's only 2, and then I got to go back to this screen to edit it. So I've kind of gotten to where I'm more or less like either uploading the entire inventory of what I'm adding, or doing it a small portion of it, and then going to this where I can edit both the quantity and the remarks if I need to.
This would also help you if you're looking for, instead of if you have a wanted list,
mm-hmm.
and you're trying to take parts from your store, this will show you what you have that's in that set, and you can go down and pull them.
So when I have a wanted list and I'm robbing my store, I have 2 windows open.
Right.
One is the wanted list, so I can change it.
As
the other is
the
inventory based on that part. The only problem is if it's a custom wanted list. You can't search just your custom wanted list. That's why I wish you could also, like if I'm trying to piece together a set, this works perfectly. But if I'm trying to piece together a mock, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Right.
So for like I have 3 sets back here, 3 that I have parted out, but I don't have them in my store yet. So I could go through what you're saying is I could just take the set number, add it to my store, and then when I get time, they're already added ahead of when I get time to put them.
Mm-hmm. And think about you couldn't. How many times are stuff going to sell right away that you've already had in your store? So it's like you got time. I do like to go ahead and I don't like to leave things not in the drawers, but I know that, let's say I haven't physically put it there. I know where it is.
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes
it's in that pile.
Yeah. Just don't do the thing of adding it before you've sorted it.
Yeah. Right. See, I still go straight through Bricklink and add them.
Yeah.
I don't. In the very beginning, I had some trouble, but that's because I didn't understand, and I didn't understand that if you stopped, paused, or lost in where you were at in those things. But if you go to go through it, it is. I haven't, but it's right. It's personal preference.
Yeah,
it is personal preference. I get mine or put in a store and it's there, and then I just go to stockroom and whatever's been stuck in stockroom. If there's no remarks, I get a new drawer. If there's remarks, I just go put it in a drawer and just sort it by color, sort it by part name, sort it by type, whatever you want. Then just whatever I feel like.
Well, the reason I like using Brickstore is, like, say I'm doing something that's a lot of lots. Like I did a few that were like 250 plus lots. I can just go in there and just select a
Yes.
particular color or a group and upload them, then delete them from Brickstore, and
Yeah.
then I don't have to worry about my progress.
That is the one advantage that I do see using Brickstore is that you can selectively put items into the store and not have to say, you don't have to put everything in all.
Because then if you were using Bricklink, then you'd have to remember what your progress was. You can't save it.
No, everything just goes into my stockroom. I know where I'm at.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Just go ahead and put it in stockroom.
Yeah, everything. When I upload that, everything goes to stockroom. So the caveat to that
is your available parts dwindle while you're doing it.
While you're doing that, but my workflow usually means that that's still done. Usually still done within a day. Now, if it's a big, like you were talking about, 250, it's a big set. Like I got 2 modulars sitting upstairs that I want to part out. It's the same modular, but I want to part them out, and that's going to be a lot of parts. Yeah,
that's going to be a lot of work.
It is, and I haven't tackled it yet. But it's one of those that I have thought a couple times, like, that might be a case for Brickstore, whatever it is, because I can do it. I can just say, okay, here's the ones I'm going to put in. And the medieval, I did the new, whatever that one medieval, I had 3 or 4 copies of it, and I went ahead and parted them into the store. And it was a big thing too. It took me a weekend to get that. But
there's a couple of sets I wanted to part out because they had good part out value, but then I looked 646 lots, and I'm like, don't really.
Yeah, it becomes a thing. But at some point, I keep thinking to myself, well, that's kind of what you signed up for as your retirement project. So I'm talking to myself, right? I need to get that workflow and process going, and ultimately, it may go down to doing something like is this Brickstock or Brickstore? Did it change its name?
You know what, Joey? I don't know.
Yeah,
I use it every day, and I don't know.
But again, the way I do it works for me, and it works on smaller batches. It works fine.
Yeah. That's the main thing. Yeah. But I have seen a couple of people on Reddit. I don't really get on. I commented on something a long time ago, and for some reason I get these notifications on r/Bricklink.
Yeah.
And somebody's trying to sell their store, and I look at it and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was like, because they'll have a picture of it. And I'm like, that had to be a nightmare to pick orders in, because the way I used to do it when I started YouTube,
Well, so those are probably the reason why they're selling the store.
Yeah.
Because it's not efficient, it's hard work. If you're not organized, we have an organization system here,
and you can be as efficient as you can be, and it still takes a while to pull.
It does
pull orders.
Yeah,
pull bigger orders, I should say.
But I tell you this, when you get those orders where they ordered like minifigure parts, it is amazing how this system that we have set up. I mean, there's orders you can do in just a matter of.
Yeah.
If you get those 100 lot orders, you're going to be spending a lot of time, and a lot of people wouldn't do that because it wouldn't be worth their time.
Right.
But we don't mind doing it.
We're front loading all the work because we do the sort ahead of time. I have seen people who say they'll throw in this poly bag, they'll throw it into Bricklink. And then when that part gets ordered out of it, they go to that bag and say, "Oh, there's the part."
That's not.
I wonder if that's why people have. If you go to a store, well, not only that, the stores that drive you crazy where they have
the 1,000 lots.
Yeah, they have like 27 lots of it's like two of the same piece. I wonder if that's why they're like that.
I think it is when they just add a new set or new whatever. They don't. Either they don't understand or don't care.
I think half of the people that do that just don't know that you can consolidate.
Right.
Consolidating is if you don't spend a lot of time sitting there consolidating, playing with it, seeing what it's going to do, or somebody doesn't explain it to you, it is. I don't know what the instructions look like now, but when I started doing it, and it ain't been that many years ago, those instructions are not 100% clear as to. What the heck is this really going to do when I consolidate?
What's concatenate mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Try to put your remarks together. Wow. Yeah, that was or chop them off. Yeah. It's something else.
Yeah.
Well, Earl,
Yeah, let me find them. I should have had them up already.
We didn't have any new Spotify comments, so
oh man.
You're
but we're still running about 100 listens.
We're the 17th most popular.
We are
Lego podcast. We're even behind some that don't post podcasts.
Well, apparently the reason that the Bricky News is ahead of us is because they get more comments, and they made sure to let us know that they get more comments.
Well, what? but when they're in public. That story, you haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet. That's okay.
Oh my God, it cracked me up. Jason talking about the guy talking about Alex Nunez.
I'm
like, not only do you not know how he says his name,
isn't that the girl on the thing that
you don't even recognize a guy that's regularly on his channel that's standing right next to you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So if I was Jason, I'd be like, yeah, I've heard of him. Do you watch his videos?
Yeah.
Because apparently you don't.
That's when you look at Alex. Do you watch his videos, Alex?
It cracked me up. Was it this week or last week when they're at Alex's house and Alex is asking Jason where to plug something in, and Jason's like, I don't know. This is your house.
Yeah.
I wonder sometimes, does Alex hear Jason? When Jason it's like when he did when Alex. This other thing, this last one was so great. Alex had several impromptu singing moments.
Yeah.
And it's like when he did the whole shirts thing in the Star Trek intro.
Yeah.
It was shirts.
Yeah.
Then at the end, Jason's like, "Are you done?"
Yeah, that was funny.
Alex did hear him that time. He said, "I'm never done."
Yeah, that was good.
All right. So, are you ready with the soundboard there?
Okay.
Joey?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So the first comment is from our buddy. Speaking of Jason at Brickson5. He says, FY Earl, did you know aside from the podcast episodes, all of the first 102 videos on my channel were 5 minutes or less? But if you're saying you want less Jason, all you have to do is ask. Well, we don't want less Jason, but so if the first 102 were 5 minutes, the next 100 must have been 6 minutes plus. Also on that note, I find it funny that you say, let's make that our poll. Here's what's more likely. Joey puts up a poll or Jason does a video in 5 minutes or less. For reference, in the last 6 months, the scoreboard is AFoOL polls 2, Jason's video in 5.5 minutes or less 16. Well, I think, Jason, I have solved your problem. I pointed it out. People have jumped on board and you're back on track. Ty Nobel, aka Tylenol. I like the blinking lights on the Christmas tree in Earl's background. I don't have a Christmas tree back. Oh, that must be from the old video when I had a light problem.
I was gonna say I don't know what they were seeing. I saw that comment.
It's an older video when I had the light issue. Blockhead UK, thanks for another episode, guys. I was listening while preparing some images for my next review for New Elementary. I was never a particular fan of Blacktron back in the day. I had grown out of Lego by then. But I have pulled the trigger on the Renegade, which I added to a shop at home order, which I placed at 1:30 on the 1st after coming home from a friend's New Year's party. Well, I wonder if she was in her right sense of mind at 1:30 in the morning. It shipped today, January 6th. Happy King's Day, by the way, January 6th. I guess they had a few orders to process. Yeah, mine did. I always find it funny how Jabba will make an order at. He either makes. What time do you make them? 1 in the morning or early in the morning?
It usually takes about 15 to 30 minutes, depending on when the site comes back online.
Sometimes you'll make your orders, and I'll make my order the same day, and you'll get yours. And the day you get yours is the day mine's like, it's on its way.
Right. Yeah. Well, I ordered mine later in the afternoon because I just, I was at work. At any rate, almost 25 hours later, mine like a week later for it to finally show up.
Well, mine just showed up today, and what's today? The 7th, 8th?
Today's the 7th 8th as we're recording.
8th. So I ordered mine on the 1st, and I just got it today on the 8th.
Yeah, so I got mine yesterday. So
yeah. This is a new one, guys. Desolin Brick Builds.
So he became a channel member for BrickTrains. Every one of your comments, I don't know what's going on. I've checked my banned and blank or banned comments. Every one of his comments goes on hold. I'm not sure why. So I have to go in and undo them, and I got to remember to undo why his are all.
Can you add him as an approved commenter?
I probably need to add him as an approved commenter. Yes.
I wonder if it has something to do with his channel name.
I wonder, because I tried to figure out, because nothing in his comments are inappropriate at all. So
I like it when I get the comments and it says translate to English.
Yeah. it is in English.
Well, we appreciate you. He says, I'm excited to go to get the new Renegade. It's on its way. So he's got it ordered.
Yep.
abrick2873. Happy New Year to y'all. Happy New Year to you. Thanks for another year of entertainment. My favorite set was the Chinese restaurant New Year's set. Good price, great design, and building techniques. Second favorite was the train engine shed from Bricklink Designer Program. I actually have both of those sets, and I actually haven't built either one of them. So, but they look very good on the box. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Shy time is my time. Happy New Year to you all. I hope the holidays were stressless and memorable. Thanks for keeping my ear occupied this past year. See you in 2025. Thank you, Shy.
Yep.
So I gotta get my.
We do appreciate Shy because Shy has spread the word that we are the. What are we? The
gold standard.
The gold standard. We are the gold standard. So we thank you for that, Shy.
Us and boogers, we have something in common.
Ty Novell, talking about losing weight. Jabo has lost quite a bit this year. Awesome job.
Thank you.
Yeah, he fits into his adult large spot.
My son was trying to convince me to start wearing large shirts now instead of extra large.
No.
I don't want.
No. Alan Rides, favorite Styx songs. Don't sit down on the plexiglass toilet. That was heavy rotation on the Senior Demento show back in the day. What warped minds we had as teens. Chris Gennart. I can't never say this one right. That's got to be it, right? Chris Gennart. That's got to be it, right?
It's however you say it is right.
Yeah.
Chris Gennart. Great episode, guys. I'm excited to the new Renegade coming out as I have all the Blacktron 1 sets boxed. Ooh.
Wow.
Except the one in the bonus pack. I'll probably wait to order it, though, until there is a GWP that I'm interested. Well, you guys went from an ah to a ooh to a o just because he doesn't have the one set. It's like you had
that's the stinger right there.
It's like, wow, that's impressive. Oh, never mind.
Those ones in those packs were tough to get.
Yeah. That's why. That's why the O, because that's a hard one to get.
Yeah.
But I was recently building set 4579, one of the Zylac racer sets with my son, and realized that the barrel part 2489 came in that set in an exclusive color, medium blue, according to Bricklink. The part only appears in one of the alternate builds and is not featured on the box art. To be fair, the instructions did include the alternate builds that did did include the part in the exclusive color. However, I've never seen that before. I'm guessing that maybe some of the recent 3-in-1 creator sets or similar sets with 2+ alternate builds featured might have exclusive pieces or parts in exclusive colors like this. What a run-on sentence. Or perhaps some sets from Lego's darker times of the late 90s and the early 2000s, like 4579. If you guys come across other sets like this with exclusive pieces or parts and exclusive colors and alternate builds in other sets. Whew.
Yeah, that's Alex said. That's one I did in the snow. That one.
Because
And
it had
it-
snow
he's-
on the box.
Yeah, it was snowing. But it is kind of weird that you have extra parts that aren't used for the main build.
Yeah.
And then they just be kind of weird exclusive colors.
Yeah, because it wasn't called a 2-in-1, right?
Mm-mm.
But it did have an alternate build, and the alternate build uses pieces that aren't in it. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, a lot of the sets in the day were technically 2-in-1 sets, but they didn't say 2-in-1.
Right.
Like you think of obviously like train sets, they would have complete instructions to build a second model, or in some cases even 3. Like there was some from the 70s that would have 3 models.
Yeah,
you could build.
But that was before they had a 3-in-1 categorization, right?
Yeah. And my favorite is the building set with people that the alternate build became the main build in another when they changed the number. It's the exact same set.
Yeah.
But one is a car, the other one is a locomotive.
Yeah, I remember that. That's
so you said people. So the people pack you just got.
The Duplo one?
Yes. So what brought that on? I mean, how long
I collect those. And they just had it was $120 set that they'd marked down to $95.
So you collect the people packs or the educationals?
I try to get the different education packs, whether it be the minifigure ones or the Duplo ones, because they're pretty neat. They're always expensive and overpriced.
Because the government's buying them for the schools, right?
Yeah. And the crazy thing is they'll be available for a long time. Like there is a Duplo train set I haven't bought.
Still available.
And it's still available. And I just keep waiting. I was like, please mark this down. It's $260. I don't want to pay $260 for it.
For a Duplo train.
Yeah.
I wonder where these schools are that are using these. Because they're definitely not around me anywhere.
Yeah, they weren't ever my schools. No.
There was a high school up here. None of my kids went to it, but I found out when I went. I forgot why we went there. Somebody else's graduation, and I saw stuff there, and I'm like, oh, they had the Lego
education
there. Yeah.
So my granddaughter one year they did the Lego robotics thing, and then they had like a little event at school in New Orleans they went to, but I mean it wasn't really. I guess it kind of was, but I don't know. I don't think they had any sets like that. I guess they had to have the robotics set.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah, they had that. So I guess they had that to build off of. But, Kona Dog. Hey guys, another fun episode, another fun podcast. Excuse me. On this one, I think you all, especially Joey, convinced me to buy the new Blacktron Renegade. Oh. Spending viewers' money, love it. Happy New Year! Looking forward to another great year of podcasts and great Lego content. So you finally get to blame Joey. Is that because Joey talked himself into it?
I've ordered that, and I ordered the Tudor at the same time. I forgot to order 2 of the Renegades. So, because I was going to order 2, one sealed, one to build. One showed up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to buy 2." So now I'm going to wait and see when it goes on sale, or if it does, or what happens. I'll regret it if it goes if they sell out or whatever, and never come back.
I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll the dice on it. I got the one. I'm gonna build it because I'm gonna do the video on it.
But I'm sure it's gonna be on sale all year long.
Yeah, I bet it will. I got the little yellow hoses finally came in.
Oh yeah, I'm still waiting on mine. Mine are coming from Thailand.
Oh,
So did we decide those are rare because they have the black tips on them?
They're not expensive.
These are not the expensive pieces. It's the other pieces that are.
Oh, the base, the big base. I'm trying to piece it together, and I just realized, oh my goodness, there's so many more.
It's full of crazy expensive pieces.
Yeah, a lot of panels.
Yeah.
In translucent colors and black, and it's going to be hard.
I need that's one I don't have. I need to look at that. I need to start decide what I'm going to do there. I'm trying to get through my classic space first.
Yeah. Have you done it? Have you moved forward any on that?
Yeah, I've got. Oh, here's a little sneak peek. I'm not going to tell you what it is or anything about it, but you know.
No. Oh.
If you know, you know.
I was thinking of something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's unknown.
SG Brick, aka Sega Brick. After seeing Joey's review on the Renegade, it is possible I will try to build one, but with personal colors and bricks instead of 100% original.
There you go.
Greetings from Belgium. Yeah, that's why.
Personal colors.
Personal colors.
Yeah, the personal colors is one thing. Substituting a part that's the same color isn't as bad if it works. You know, like if it calls for a 1x12 and you can get away with two 1x6s.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever know that unless you try to sell it off as 100% complete. You end up with more parts than it's supposed to have. But if it's for your own deal, I mean, who cares?
If it's for your own collection, yeah, absolutely. You're just trying to build the model, and you substitute things like that. It's no big deal. I think the problem is like you said, is if it's a for sale item.
Yeah, when I started piecing together Renegade, I got the questions about, like, are you going to try to use parts from that era? So, like, even like the standard parts, like a 2x4 brick or 2x2 or something. It's like, but to me, there's not a lot of difference after you get to the 80s to now.
Right.
I mean, I think the pieces in the 80s are actually better quality, but it's like, I'm not going to worry about that. I got a modern plate or brick when they really hadn't changed that much.
Right.
In 40 years.
Right.
70s and 60s is a little different.
I think once you get past pat pending,
yeah,
the changes kind of slow down.
Yeah.
To your basic parts.
Yeah.
So.
Singinator. My favorite stick songs are Too Much Time on My Hands. That's not only my favorite stick song, that's one of my favorite songs. That's why I can watch you guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Come Sail Away With Me, which I used during a sailing game. Are you sure it's a sailing game and not a drinking game? And Nothing Ever Goes as Planned should be the theme song for this podcast. And that's what you're all hitting the nail on the head right there.
Yeah.
Johnny G 2501. Oh my God, yes, I love these old guys. They make the Lego look cool.
Wait a minute. Was that an insult?
Yeah.
Next to us, Lego looks cool.
Desolate Bricks, he's back.
Whoa.
Joey must have approved 2 comments this week.
I
really like the new space sets, and I'm really happy to be building my own space mocks now, mixing the mocks and sets equally. Yeah, I don't have nothing against them. I don't know. They're good sets. I just haven't went down the rabbit hole like Joey of having to have every one of them.
Right. I'm going to regret it at one point somewhere down, maybe, I don't know. I may not live long enough to regret it, but the Friends and some of the other ones that I haven't picked up, I've been kind of just focusing on these city space sub-theme ones.
Well, there you go. I mean, that counts.
Right,
Friends one. The Friends.
You're not going to regret it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably not.
I got a Friends one over here. You want it?
No, I'm good. Don't get me started. That's the worst thing that'll happen is Heather will start. Yeah. See, and it doesn't look that much different from the city one.
So I remember when you bought that, you said, "I don't know why I bought this." Now
You're
I
still
know it's in
sitting here.
It's in that room because you're planning on parting it out
Putting it out. Yeah.
But why is it not parted out?
because you only have one.
You only have one, and it's a lot of lots.
Uh
A
huh.
lot of lots. Yeah.
Team Salva, Team Salva, Teams Vala. We're hooked on daily videos.
Mm.
Well, I wish we could give them to you daily, but
No.
unless maybe he's talking about Jabo's daily videos.
I think he is. Yeah.
I gotta end the streak at some point.
You
No,
haven't missed yet, have
You're
you?
doing good. You're doing
No.
good. The thing is, when you miss one, I don't know if you noticed this, but since you aren't pressuring yourself to make one every day, your videos are only like you make a lot of videos that are shorter. They're only
Yeah.
like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's funny how when you're the way my brain works, I don't have any ideas today. I end up talking for 15 minutes.
Right. Right.
But like, I just want to get this haul over with. 2 minutes,
Uh-huh.
10,000 views. I'm like, what? How did this video get 10,000 views?
Well, your Star Trek one got like 11,000 or
Yeah, I'm
12,000 now.
Oh, this is what's funny. Is the next day, I was just going to do I think it was just a regular haul video, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't post this. Do you know that as soon as I posted it, all the views tanked on the other videos?
Really?
Yeah, like in the hour I posted that video, and I was like, I
So
think I should have just left it until it tanked on its own.
And then put another one out.
Yeah, I should have just waited till the views leveled off.
Uh-huh.
And then posted a video, which means I would have missed a day. And so,
what do you? Is that are your views coming from recommendations or up next, or because it sounds to me like then YouTube switched out your video that
they switched it to the new one,
Yeah.
and they'll do the most recent one. So that's the dilemma in posting daily, is that. I mean, I've in the past I've seen it like as soon as like this, it's getting so many views per hour. You post a video and then it drops down here instantly.
Right.
And it's like if I just, but that video gets views, so you're still getting like the same number of views.
Right.
It was like I'm like
maybe you just got to find the sweet spot where you upload the next one at the time when the first one is like you said, leveling off. Maybe it's every 2 days or every 3 days.
Well, you think since you've done the last year of new video every day, that's got to have swayed the algorithm one way or another.
It's negatively affected me, I think.
Well, but I mean, you seem to be getting a lot more views right now, though.
Well, now.
But you haven't really changed the algorithm yet. You're still
the only thing he's doing but he is making those shorter videos. Maybe that's helping.
Somebody says the thumbnails are different. It really. I mean, the Star Trek one didn't surprise me, but the other ones, I'm like there's one that was like 2 minutes long.
Yeah,
and I'm like, why is this one? And it's getting engagement. It's not just like sometimes I've had videos in the past get recommended, but they don't get any comments, and I know that's when YouTube is just pushing them.
Right.
But when I get a lot of comments, I'm like,
people
why are they watching this one?
Yeah.
If I knew why, I would do it every video.
So this is off topic, but you know that guy Alex
Nunez?
Yeah. Sorry.
I love Lego.
That guy. So he did a video where he was talking about the prices that were released on the new BDP sets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll start watching this video, and all of a sudden an affiliate link comes up for the mushroom house
that you can't buy.
You can't buy. It's a Walmart. You click the link. I clicked it just to.
It's a reseller on Walmart. Yeah.
Yes, and it's out of stock. It's like the one set. He must have mentioned Mushroom House. He mentioned it in the video at one point. So the AI throws up the affiliate link.
Yeah.
And it's the one set that out of the group that he don't like at all.
Yeah.
Let's
Dude.
try it out. Don't buy the mushroom house.
Yeah.
We get affiliate link.
Jude. Hey, Earl, Joey, and Jabo. I hope to have the new Renegade by the time this airs. I have all but one of the Blacktron one except one, the 1875 Meteor Monitor. Well, y'all didn't ooh and ah because he had.
That was the part of a. I think that's part of a pack, isn't it?
That's
I
what I'm
don't
looking
know.
at real quick. I think that is the
It's
retail limited included with
it's the triple
1675.
pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that triple pack.
Yeah.
I had a there's a classic space set that has the one with the air. It's got the air tanks on the side. It's like a transporter. It has a yellow guy and a black guy. That you put their air tanks, and it came with a little bitty spaceship. It was a two, and it was I had that one, and I want to say I had this one you're talking about that has. Did it have a Blacktron set, like a city set? It had like 3 little sets, but they were
Yep.
3
Here, hang
different
on. I'll show it to
themes.
you. Yep.
Had the smuggler's hayride in a tractor.
Yep.
No, that's not the one I had.
I bought this because I collected Castle back in the day.
And that's the only way you can get that set, huh?
On clearance all day long, and now it's like,
yeah.
That's the only way you could get those, though. All 3 of those, or just the Blacktron?
They all had 3 different set numbers, but this is the only way you could get them.
Yeah.
They weren't sold separately. Yes, but the boxes.
Why don't they do that anymore?
Yeah.
Why don't they do stuff like that anymore?
I don't know. See, that's one of the I'm having trouble with. Is this, what is it, 6807? I think. Is this the one? Yeah, included in 1999. It was included in that space pack. There are no instructions available. I can't find it nowhere. So I got the parts. I built the set. Actually, it's laying here somewhere.
Oh, I almost bought that set
over there somewhere. But I think you can get a sealed copy. I think somebody's got a sealed copy.
Yeah, like $150 or something.
Yeah.
And all the used ones are incomplete.
No instructions. Nobody has the instructions. I can't find a copy of the instructions.
I had the one with the yellow spaceman, but I didn't have that 3-pack.
Yeah, these 3-packs, man, they're these other ones that are so stinking hard to find. These right here.
Oh yeah. We should make a video like top 10 Lego sets that are hard to find sealed.
Yes, yeah, I'm commenting on that. How did that guy come out then when he wasn't introduced until?
Brick set has to have this wrong. Bricklink has it listed as 84.
Yeah, because in the space book it talks about when the.
Does the space book have these particular sets listed?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't.
But see, the thing is, all the sets that are there. Those are from the 70s.
Early in the book, in the first few pages, I think there's a catalog where they have all the set numbers listed by the year they were released.
Yeah,
but they don't have pictures on that page.
Oh, let's say it looks like they're in here by the year they released.
Dang, the price went up on 6807.
Dude, you're gonna make me buy one if you're out here hunting for it too.
I just looked at this list and he raised the price.
Really?
Yeah, this one in Australia. I was gonna.
That's one on
eBay,
eBay, right?
Buying it. It's a sealed one, and he's raised the price since I've been following it.
He must have heard us talking about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with talking about this stuff. Oh yeah,
it's now $320. It was like 100 and something, 150 or something.
And the problem is sealed.
Oh no, that's the one in Greece. The one in Australia is 180, which is $290 Australian.
He also says he even has the gift with purchase Blacktron Cruiser. He might look for the 1875. Keep up the good work. What we've done, we've got somebody out there searching. We've done our job. Josh Greathouse finally found you all. A news podcast talks about you all. I wonder who that is. But don't make it easy to find. I know they they're trying to hide us because they're trying to catch us. they're the silver standard. They're trying to be the gold standard.
Oh my goodness.
My parents moved and told them to toss my old sets. I regret. There are X amount of sets I want to get again. I have mixed feelings. One side's going to cost, and for dumb little things, especially stickers. Well, you can get reproduction stickers. For me, is the Western. There you go, Joey. 2, there is too much new and great stuff to enjoy. I wish Lego would revisit a lot of old themes, but that would be too easy. I'm shocked, though, no one is doing replacement stickers, or better yet, pad printing of old ones. I feel like there is a market to replace old stickers with the same but in pad. Well, they do have replacement stickers.
Yeah. What's your favorite one there, Javo?
Brick Sticker Shop.
Yeah.
But those are imperfect. I mean, it's like he does try to get them as close to the originals, but if you don't have a good copy of the original to get the size right.
Right. It looks like to me some of the things that he's done is take images, redraw the images, and gets. But my understanding is he's also been very responsive. If you say, "Hey,"
no, he fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I commented on one video that was just a little bit too big, and I think he made some that are smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do some stickers this year on some of my mock trains that I've been doing. They look naked without stickers. So
I got these stickers in the mail today.
What does it
Can
say?
you read it?
AQUAL.
Aqualock.
Aqualock. Okay.
You know what that's from?
No. Sorry. He's so disappointed in us. Is that the green
I don't think
monorail? The under
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that one that Brian did, right?
No,
Yeah.
it was well, yeah,
Brian did a video on it. Yeah.
did a video on it,
Yeah.
and Daniel from Double King Bricks has been working on it.
AFoOL champ, he's got an hour and 54-minute timestamp.
Man, he made it that far.
We really appreciate
champ.
you, man.
Yeah.
You're here in a minute, an hour and 57 minutes.
I assume Jabo put lots of thoughts and planning into his videos, all the time and effort, pre-package all of his fake hauls to unbox. I'm still waiting for that. Maybe you should do that on April 1st.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do the big fake haul on April 1st.
I was thinking about Alex's rant about people just doing those clout videos.
Yeah.
With their kids.
Yeah.
Ty Novell, I commented on BrickTsar's channel as well, but I'll do it here. The gimmick of Blacktron 1 was that the vehicles were connected together with Technic pins and could be pulled apart, reassembled with the other vehicles in the line to create different
brilliant
configurations. Yeah.
It was great.
Well, that's the new space deal. Don't they have sets in the new space line?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're pods. They got like little pods, I think.
I kind of want to break them open and start building them. I asked Alex. I asked Dakota. I said if he wanted to build them. He's like, nah. I was like, okay. I thought, how's that? I mean, they're for his age, but he's into airplanes. If they'd had every airplane set,
they're spaceships.
I get it, but he's into airplanes. So World War II specific.
Ty Novell also says there were lots of awesome trains for the World City theme as town was transitioning to city. That was a good era for trains.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was. Chris Bricks, back in the day, we always kept the 1x1 or gold coin sprues as a special gem or gold nugget in the treasure chest.
The nugget.
I'm guessing Lego left. Lego left these small parts of the sprues so they didn't get stuck in bigger bricks, since they didn't bulk bag small parts yet.
Yeah.
Possible. I tell you, there ain't
Speaking of,
nothing. There's
Go ahead.
nothing like looking for a 1x1 or a 1x2 tile, and looking, and then you realize it's stuck on the underside of a dang brick.
Yeah. Talking about these sprues and stuff, they got the 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 1x1s came on the little sprue. People talk, they deep
Do
breath.
what?
Bricklink has those spikes that hold the track together, and people are selling those.
Oh, I have some in my store.
Why? Does
Why
anybody
not?
buy them?
I have no idea.
They don't fit nothing. They don't. I mean, all it does is hold.
What do you do with yours? Do you throw them away?
Yeah, they actually do get thrown away. I don't keep
Because
them.
they're bent. Once you take them out, they're like bent.
Yeah. No,
So,
I pull the track apart, and they do. They
you know
get
what else is on Bricklink?
Huh?
The things that hold rubber bands.
Yeah, I know. At least it has a Technic hole. You could, maybe make greebling out of it or something.
All right, so this is the challenge. We got to figure out what kind of mock you could make with bent ties or bent spikes, and then the rubber band things. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see them. Send a BrickTrains that.
I'm gonna bring my newest team of mock. It's gonna be all these.
Jason's Bricks at 5 and
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Let's give everybody a homework.
Send it to Jason.
Jason starts getting 50 emails. What is this?
Oh, yep.
Mayo still sorting Lego. I'm super hyped for this Renegade.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people are happy with this set.
Yeah,
I do too.
I know. Desolant's brick builds. I know the way ads work is based on cookies from sites you visit frequently, based on all of your devices at the same internet connection points. So you have Lego cookies, which means you need to say Lego ads, and Lego is only running insider ads. Yep, every time I go to YouTube, it's right there, right at the top of the page.
If you sign into if you use anything in common, like, okay, YouTube is signed in on my phone, it's signed into my browser or whatever, anything in common, you're had lad. It doesn't matter where those devices are. So it's
I think do the apps see where your eyeball is?
I would put it past them, but I don't know that.
Because I'm getting the whatnot ads again, and I click on them every single time. Block ad, and I get that annoying Funko Pop guy. Do you know what a Chase Funko Pop is? Let me break it down for you. And I'm like, if you don't know what a Chase Funko Pop is, I can't even say it. I'm so mad. I hate that commercial.
The one I get is the guy
over and over.
The one I get is the card guy. He's about to go into Walmart and looking for cards, but if he doesn't get
it, see, they got this card in here. Oh, they didn't have it. Let me go on Whatnot.
Yeah, that's the one I get all the time. Like,
I'm going to make the Whatnot video.
I don't get any of those. I've never seen either one of those ads that you're talking about.
But
never.
Really?
I don't know if it's because it triggers me. Like, a lot of times I get an ad, I don't pay no attention to it. I'm just like, where's the skip button? Where's the skip button? And skip it. But when I get the Funko Pop or the Whatnot ones, I'm like, I don't want this anymore. Give me something different.
Right.
Joe Bowling says Will Ferrell is the man upstairs from the Lego movie. All hail Lord Business. I know that. I don't know why why we couldn't think of that. Or did we just kind of skim over it and not mention it?
Maybe we just skimmed over it. I don't know. Yeah.
Get the farmer's dog, and I don't have a dog.
Desolant's brick builds. Whenever I order pieces, I always order extras as well. At the very least, I can use them in the future mock. Or you can have them in a tub of regret.
Yeah.
Do you ever...
We should do some merch, Joey, and you should do a T-shirt that tub of regret. And the definition would be AFoOL's tub of lost pieces.
Yeah. Ooh, I have to think about that. That is a good idea.
Yeah. Sin Killer Tachikawa. It's silly, but a lot of ad targeting is about keeping something you looked at in your mind. so that you eventually buy it. Any direct sales rep will tell you when the person says they will call you later, the sale is gone.
Yeah.
That's right.
So the whatnot does work because I go over there and see if I can find a Lego train.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, and you advertise them on our
Yeah.
podcast a lot.
This is an attempt to counteract that. As a side effect, you see ads for things you already bought for months. Yeah, I use this. I use the Seinfeld line for those callers a lot. It's like, let me call you back when it's a better time for me. Oh, you don't do that? Okay. And then I hang up.
Let me call you at home.
Yeah, let me call you at home.
Ty Novell, I picked Club X too. Underground, like Earl said, with a pole dancing section. That's going to be franchised, from what I understand.
Club X franchise for my city.
Desalin's brick builds. I genuinely wish we got more of those poly bags here in the U.S.
The ones on the
it's got to be talking about the foil bags. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do we? You know that those would be like $8. The magazine,
yeah, the magazine would be
right.
astronomical.
But they get those by the. I've seen M&R Productions with just a case of them, of some of the clones and stuff.
Yeah.
And people are buying them. I just
which is crazy to think of how many they produce, and there's people on Whatnot who will pay $12 to $20 for a fig, and this guy's got a whole case.
Yeah. But he's buying them, right? So he's up front.
Yeah, he's buying them and he's reselling. He's buying them up front, right?
Hey, speaking of magazines, while we're talking about those things, I saw that you got Jabbo. I saw that you got the Brick journals. You got caught up.
I missed everything, but I got all of them except for one issue. It sold out.
Is it?
And I got them for like $3 or $4 each.
Yeah, I went on there and I saw the promotion, but the promotion was for older ones, so I assume the newer ones must have.
No, the new ones were still like full price. Yeah.
Yeah. So I still didn't. I'm
so
still putting them on Brickset, but I haven't.
Since I was buying so many at $3, I went ahead and bought all the ones up until I didn't buy some of the future ones yet.
Right.
Right. So I guess they're still. I thought they had already ended. I didn't know they still got more.
Well, that was what I was going to ask you, if you heard when they were actually going to end or if they really were. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Where did I hear that from us? Where did I hear that?
Well, I don't know. Is this like another? Is that another Star Trek rumor? Now we're getting a gift with purchase rumor for the Lego Star Trek.
I know.
What is the set number? I've already committed the set number to memory, like 1035 something. It's like, what does that number mean? Is it because it's not on?
We're going to be getting Mr. Spock and Worf brickheads. You heard it here first.
Now I got to put those on my one.
No, I've just made that. I
know you did, but it's got to be true. You said it. I love the fact that one guy posted a video and said, we're getting it from more reliable sources. So I want to know who's not reliable. You or Alex? Because in my book, it's kind of.
Do you think, like, Brian, this all started with Brian?
I think it started with Brian, yes.
And then I just speculated. My whole thing was, well, they lost the license. They're not going to be making any more.
But the way you speculated it, and that it's the AI is reading your comment. The way you speculate, it's not until the very, very little one, I assume, that you throw that in there. You'll talk for 5 minutes about what's going to happen. I assume. I thought, so clever, Jabbo. So clever.
Clever or yeah, it was in the script. I read the script.
Read the script.
Let me get my notes right here.
Like Lego's getting a report right now. They're going, Star Trek. What's that? Why are they talking about that on AFoOL podcast?
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Must be another Alex quote.
Alex, Chef Eddie says Alex didn't get the space. sets, but maybe he will get the Formula One collectible Happy Meal toys. So don't
I
feel
love
bad.
Lego.
Let me tell you, I wanted to buy the Formula One Duplo set, and I just kept looking at it, and I kept looking at it, and I'm like, this is bad.
But that's never stopped you before.
But there's different kinds of bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like a movie can be bad, but you enjoy watching it.
Right.
Or a
Yeah.
movie could be bad, and like, oh, I can't watch
So,
anymore.
so speaking of bad, didn't you swear off collectible minifigures some series ago, and you said you were only going to buy the ones you wanted? what happened to that?
In fairness to me, I didn't know about the app.
Turns out it doesn't work when you buy them afterwards.
Yeah.
That was good information.
I'm in
I
the
wish
same
you'd-
boat Joey is in. I bought the boxes, then I found out about the app. So yeah, now I get to see if I sucked buying them without opening them. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Well, nobody can be worse than Joey.
No.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
that is Joey. This guy.
The streak continues.
I mean, you didn't even get. You got six of a kind.
This is like all you got to do is flip it tails and you win. At some point, you heads, 50-50 chance. Still can't get.
Brittany A. McCubbin. Yay, I get to watch the entire episode before I have to work. Well, good deal. Hopefully you get to watch
Alrighty.
this one before you work.
We'll make it longer so you can go into work later.
Ty Novell, I agree with Earl about the box CMF figs. That was the worst decision that they made in the history of Lego. It was pretty bad, but now there's this app. And you can do it. You can get whatever you want with this app. But watch, I'm going to find them in my store, and I'm really not going to buy any except for that one. And, well, I'll probably two because I'll buy the hamster one too. And they'll probably be the small code that the app won't read.
Which ones do you want?
The hamster guy and the
wolf pack?
Yeah, the wolf
Wolfpack,
pack.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the only two.
I have them extra.
I know.
Send them your way.
Chuck's Bricks first. Haha, just had to do it once. Dang, you beat
He did
Jason.
it twice.
He beat Jason. Jason put first on his own video. Ty Novell, friends regularly gets on the top 5 best-selling themes of the year, Lego, which is a surprise. Lately, though, their sets have been getting interesting. I don't know if it's the mini dolls or the colors that are off-putting them to most AFoOLs, though. Obviously, AFoOLs are not the target market. It's more for the gift givers buying Lego for girls. I do agree with Earl, though. They do need a few more male mini dolls in their sets. The colors are interesting. They're not bad. And if you take a friend's building and you make a mock out of it, it's really not, it's. But man, those mini dolls are just.
Yeah. The mini dolls. I mean, yeah, the mini dolls they don't do it for me.
I'm thinking I got so many friends sets laying at my feet right now.
They're
Joey,
the
did you
colors
see
aren't
that
terrible.
that
You may have this.
Yeah, I got
the
it.
hot dog part. I got
Yeah.
it.
What is the Lego group's obsession with hot dogs and hot dog carts?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to
More
be
hot
having
dog stands than toilets.
yeah.
Did you that master builder that we were talking about? Did you see him go to his color chart?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. It kind of looked like yours. I mean, it had the official names on it.
Yeah,
but
that's that thing you can buy.
Was
yeah.
it?
Yeah, you
Was
can
it?
buy that. Yeah.
Because it looked like it had different pieces and different colors, and
It is. They usually use a small 1x1 something as the color, but I don't think it's the period. It's called
You
the
talking
periodic.
about the periodic? Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that.
I
didn't
wouldn't
think
even
it
take
was
that
that.
for free.
I think
I
it
didn't
is.
think it was that. I thought it was one like yours. It was just a.
Like this.
But anyway, yeah, I thought it was just one that was built like yours.
Maybe I didn't see that video. The one I just saw, because it had the one I just saw, he had the piece missing on it that he was looking for or something, and he broke it off. Right.
Yeah, and he talked about. He even mentioned the brick yellow.
Yeah. Yeah. Tan or
Uh-huh.
brick
Yeah,
yellow.
Alex ordering all those.
Oh, poor Alex.
I
Ty
don't
Novell.
like Lego.
Paper bags in the U.S. is probably more likely. The only reason they haven't done it yet is because U.S. packaging is different packaging for the rest of the world. Well,
Yeah. Did you hear about the dispute with Greenland? The upcoming president is talking about putting tariffs on Denmark because some dispute over Greenland, and I'm like, yeah, that's what we need. Higher prices on Lego here.
Higher prices on Lego, yeah. When are you gonna just go buy the island?
Tino also says, I'm sure Joey is correct about the leadership changes on the land.
Oh,
And the new guy wants it his way, or the new guy is totally clueless about what is in the land. The land people from Lego not only in charge of the ambassadors, but also with the LCPs apparently, and probably other things as well.
well, I think you could flip a coin and be about right when it comes to changes in the land leadership. It seems like everything that is fan based, Lego doesn't let those people stay for very long. You know, Kevin Hinkle was the one we know the most, right? And it seemed like the more he pushed for things that were the things the fans wanted, the more Lego didn't want him around.
So when they make a change, does the person go to a different department or do they get laid off?
I think it's probably, well, in Kevin's case, he got laid off, but this last guy, I think, got moved to a different.
Okay.
And the question then becomes, did he get moved or did he decide to move? Right. I don't know the situation. This last guy, the Alex that they keep talking about. I don't know.
Well, did anybody follow anybody on Lego on LinkedIn?
No.
They are the most self-congratulatory group of people in the world. Like they're always commending themselves for how great they're doing and all their initiatives that they're doing. I'm like, how many vice presidents do you need?
Right.
For this company, it's like that's why stuff costs so much.
Well, that's I work for I work for a corporation that yeah, I am close enough in the manufacturing to be standing at the bottom of that self-congratulatory management stuff.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Great, you got toner in the printer. Woo! Give yourself another raise. It's
when I worked at Six Flags, you had a crew, they had a foreman, they had a supervisor, that had a supervisor over the supervisors, that had an assistant manager and a manager, and then the vice president of that department, and then the vice president of the group, and then I was just like, I'm just trying to clean this toilet here. I'm like, I don't need 17 bosses.
Right. Yikes.
Mrs. Bricks on Brick. I don't see the Lego ads, but I always see Hertz Rental Car, who my daughter currently works for, and Safeway Grocery Store, who I work for. Why? It makes me nuts.
Probably because she says it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Contra Bricks. I'm watching this one. Sorry, guys. I haven't watched the last one because it's been busy.
We never would have known.
I know. Bring on the new year. I didn't get any I guess first day sale. Looks like he got the Red City train and the City Burger truck finally. Waiting for payday to see what's left over on the shelves at Kmart and Targets. Kmart. I wonder where they.
I think the last Kmart closed. I thought.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mr. Wicked Paul, you named your best set. What about the best build? Would it still be the same?
You talking about build in a set?
Yeah,
what was the best build experience? I'm guessing.
I don't know. I really enjoyed building that Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
But now you never get to enjoy that feeling ever again.
Jason's Bricks and 5. It's our buddy Jason. It says Joey's money guy told him when he was going to die. Are you sure it wasn't a threat to you?
Yeah.
Didn't pick up on.
Yeah. Could have been. Look here, see what I'm telling you. See, is you're gonna die.
Do-it-yourself hobbyist. Superman mech makes sense if he's been weakened by kryptonite. Okay. I believe he has used a powerful suit and a powered suit in the comics. Lex also has a powered suit which he used to battle Superman. Agree the Darth Vader mech makes no sense and sadly doesn't look great. Vader deserves better. Yeah, those mechs don't make any sense, but they're all about the kiddos.
Yeah, I was gonna say, here's the thing. I think talking about superheroes and what does and doesn't make sense in Marvel and DC is about as bad as talking about politics. You're not gonna make anybody happy.
I just thought of something. Superman doesn't make any sense.
I know.
So why does it matter if he does have a mech?
Uh-huh.
How does he fly? Why is he flying?
What's his mode of propulsion?
Propulsion, right? Exactly. Does he flap his feet really fast, or is he's defying gravity?
Mr. Wicked Paul says, "Don't blame me. I didn't name the company. The comment was more to get Earl to laugh, so it worked there." And unfortunately, Mr. Wicked Paul, I don't even remember what that was about.
If we'd have to read the comment from the
Yeah.
Chris Cummings, if I may say, for 2025, I'm going to try to purchase less actual Lego sets. I'm tired of the need to either, keep them sealed, save the box broken down, or just unload the bags into a giant pile, only to realize that the minifigures need to be assembled before I begin sorting. I never imagined Lego would be so much work. Set 6954 looks cooler than the new set because I envision it as a huge ship. While smaller than a Star Destroyer, it would be a large super carrier. The new Renegade, oh great, another new Lego set I gotta buy. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, sometimes things in your mind are different. Like you're talking about the modularity earlier, the comment about the BrickTrains sets, and the castle theme. When they first started with the Gray Castle era, they were modular.
Right, yeah.
And you can connect them together. In my brain, I just like, there's all these castle sets I can connect together. And then I went and looked at the list. I went through all the castle sets. There's like 10. Yeah. But it just seemed like there was just, I could make this big, massive castle thing with all the sets. And it's not as much as I thought. So sometimes, I don't know, things aren't the way you picture them.
All of those were good ideas. They just, for whatever reason, they didn't continue with them.
Yeah. And you know what happened when they discontinued it? Like, I liked the Forestman, but when they started doing all these others, that's when I lost interest in the castle. I think they didn't have to only do the modular, but I think that's something they should have included each year, like another wall that you can add. Just
right.
One set that's a wall with something else.
See, now the one, and I know you're not into Harry Potter, but they do the same thing in Harry Potter.
You can join sets together.
Yeah, but every year and a half or so they change it.
Yeah.
And you got to start over. It ain't like they connect together.
So they're wanting us to buy more.
Well, it's kind of like the X-Wing. It's like they have the Great Hall and they have all these other sets and you connect them all together. And then 2 years later, they come out with a different Great Hall with a different.
Right.
And then they come out with some of the same sets again, so you connect those together, but those don't connect with the ones from the series. It's kind of.
But they've done it with modular buildings.
Yeah. Is that the longest running series that we have?
17 years. No, wait, 18 years. Oh, did I explain this? Did I explain the whole thing about why the 10th anniversary set was not the 10th set? Did I explain that in the last video?
No, go ahead.
So what's the 10th anniversary set
I don't know. What is it?
from the modular theme?
Oh,
The Assembly Square?
Assembly Square.
right. Okay.
Was it the 10th set?
No.
Why was it not the 10th set? It's the 10th anniversary. It should be the 10th set, right?
Uh-huh.
Wow, I fell.
I had to
that one,
explain this
didn't I?
on my video because somebody was like, "Oh, I thought Assembly Square was the 10th set." And I'm like, "No, it's the 10th anniversary set. The first set is the first set,
Right.
which is Cafe Corner. Let's say let's live in Alex world and there was no Market Street. What would be the first anniversary set?
The second one.
The second set.
Yeah.
So if there's no Market Street,
Right.
Assembly Square would have been the 11th
Right.
set, but it was the 12th because there was a Market Street.
And because that Market Street was 2 in 1 year.
Yes.
Mhm.
But then, yeah.
Ty Novell says, I wonder why Earl is listening on Spotify when he hits his leg wrong. Well, that's when I'm cutting the grass, by the way. But usually when I do listen on Spotify, my phone's always in my pocket.
Mm.
And I wonder which leg. Then again, maybe I don't think I want to know. Brickactivity. No, Brickavity. Brickavity.
Brick activity?
No, it's not
Or
Brickactivity. Brickavity. Brickavity.
Remember, say it like you know.
Brickavity. I'm going with Brickavity. That's my final answer. I tried doing your show as a podcast, but you guys show stuff too frequently. Then I have to stop and look at it up to see what you're looking at. So now I just watch it on YouTube. I do the same thing with the Brick and News. I'll be at work and I'll have it in my pocket and I'm listening. And then I'm like, oh, I got to pull it out of my pocket to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Did I send y'all? Oh, what? The phone truck getting hit by the train.
Yes.
That's me listening to breaking news.
Yeah.
Johnny G, are you guys really hoping to retire soon, or is it really feasible? I think you guys may be addicted to buying Lego. Yeah, we sure are. And speaking of that, I was thinking the other day. So I got this mini storage, right? You guys have these. You don't, because you have the big basements. There's stuff that I don't know if it's ever going to come out of that mini storage unless I decide to purge it and sell it, or
right.
I have room looking for stuff to part out or whatever. But yet I still continue to buy.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, we're looking at cleaning. Well, we are not looking at. We are in the middle of cleaning out this bedroom, and yeah, I mean, oh my goodness, the stuff that was stored in there. And there are two piles. If it comes out of that room, there's two piles. It's either has to go into some sort of storage container that it wasn't in before, or it's going to the Goodwill pile, right? To get gone out of the house.
So is Heather putting stuff in the Goodwill pile and she turns her back and you're taking it out of the Goodwill pile?
Yeah, there's a game piece. The thing here, because a lot of it is her stuff. It's crafting stuff, craft books and knitting and things like that. It's like I
you know what I did
she's
today?
gonna read, huh?
You know what I did today?
What's that?
I threw away a box of shirts.
Ooh.
Oh no.
So, we're
more shirt a day.
I'm getting some pushback on how many shirts I have right now. So.
I bet I don't have 25 shirts that I wear on a routine basis, and there ain't another 25 that I don't wear on a routine basis because usually I wear them out, so I just throw them away, or they get something on them. Or
I have way too many T-shirts. But I don't think I could do a shirt a day. But I have.
No, I couldn't either.
You've got probably got 15 or so in the rotation, and there's all these shirts that I like, but
Well, you know how I got
not in the
some
rotation.
that have paint on them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I might need to throw these away, but I can't replace them. Like, you can't get the shirt anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's where you shouldn't have painted in it.
But he didn't know that at the time.
Well, he
No.
knew if he could replace it or not.
Like, you get a free shirt at work, you're not thinking about
Right. I get
that
it.
it's going to be rare one day.
Right. Right.
So
I get it. I get it.
was that all the comments?
Yeah, that was, I mean, that was a lot of comments, even though it wasn't as many as the Brickin' News gets. It was still a lot.
We're not the big deal they are, but we
I know.
still get comments. But you know what we don't do?
What's that?
We don't act annoyed that they left a comment. I'm still going to tease Alex about that. I'll read the comments.
Shoot. Well, did we
We
get
made it.
everything done?
Yeah.
Man, we are giving them what they asked for this week. We're at 2.5 hours.
No
Oh my
doubt.
goodness.
Okay. Did we come up with anything for what's more likely?
No, you had that.
Well, I got something in there, but I mean, I think that
I
was
didn't know that you came up with that. I thought Earl came up with it.
No, I told him I kind of was slipping. I kind of forgot about it, and then I couldn't think of nothing when I remembered it.
So I'll make that our poll this
Okay.
this time. I'll remember to do it.
What's more likely?
What's more likely, that Lego actually does a Star Trek set, or that Jabbo actually gets the basement organized?
I know the answer to that one.
Okay.
There's only one correct answer.
There's only one correct. Okay.
So do you have spots where you can really see your progress?
Definitely.
Well, then
Yeah.
There you go.
then there you go.
Yeah. I just hope that I keep going. So taking apart that I said it earlier, but taking apart the Star Wars sets, that was a hard place to get started because they're hard to put back together. But
Yeah.
if I can take that Star Destroyer apart,
like he's itching. Like, I can't wait to do it. I don't want to do it, but I can't wait.
and the AT-AT.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember the story about the AT-AT we were building. He was building. My son was building the AT-AT, and I was building the Titanic. And he had like one bag left, and he dropped something on the floor, and he reached under the table, and when he came up, his head or his back hit the table, and that AT fell off the table. I think there are parts inside it that are damaged.
Yeah.
So I may need to take it apart anyway. But anyway, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Well, let's get out of here.
Yeah, because we spent way too much time on this episode. If you enjoyed your time on the AFoOL podcast, then you are the gold standard. And if you didn't enjoy the time on the AFoOL podcast, you are the golden nugget. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another one of these things. So subscribe so you don't miss it.